Today I'm very fortunate. The next build, hopefully be done for Telford, is going to be Tamiya's Supermarine Spitfire Mk.XVIe. Now, I've built the Mk.9, a couple of them now, Mk.XVIes. They are fantastic kits, brilliantly tooled, well made, go together like a dream. I've not built this one. This is a new one to me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a full inbox review just to see what we're like and what we've got in the box. I haven't even opened this box yet, so we'll have a look. Right, first of all, beautiful box art as usual with Tamiya kits. We've got the Winston Churchill going out of Dodge, as you can see. We're not going to do this markings, we're actually going to do something a little bit different, which most people know that I like to do. So have a quick look around the box. We've got our standard marking of ocean, dark ocean grey and dark green with a medium sea grey underneath of the first version. Then we've got the bare metal silver version, which was the refresher flying unit at Finningley, UK. Now, believe it or not, that's the one I'm going to do. So I'll be quite happy with that. And around the box, just the artwork. So your box number is 60321 11,000, and it's in 132 scale. Then we've got pictures of the built model. So we've got a full engine, which looks absolutely glorious. We've got a stand in there. The cockpit, I know, is absolutely brilliant in these things. And of course the Packard Merlin 266 engine, different from the Merlin engine produced by Rolls-Royce. So we'll have to have a look at that. Not built that before, and the same on that end. So apart from that, all good. It's not quite, there you go. So, open the box, have a look. Put that to one side. Get everything okay, the instructions. So Mk.XVIe, it's just over a foot long and about a foot wingspan, or 311mm by 302. It's quite a nice booklet, so open it up. So we have information about the aircraft, some pictures of the aircraft, Japanese, English, German. So we've got loads of information. Again, going through tools you'll need, but we know we've changed that anyway. Paints required. Then we go straight into the build. So we've got the left fuselage going together with the radio going on. Then you go onto the right hand side of the fuselage, or the starboard side, parts going in. We've got PE to go with the compass and what have you, which all goes in there nicely. And then we start to build the cockpit. So we got the grip, and then we go more into the cockpit here. Start to build the seat belts. Now, I did get a set of Edard seat belts for this specifically, so we'll be using those. I find that the steel belts that you get with the Tamiya kits are a little bit thick, so we'll use the Edward ones. And we're going through again with the build itself. with the bulkheads going in. I should drill these out because they are actually holed right through. We've got a little man, if we want to build him, we might well do him on this one. Cockpit sidewalls being done and all the details being put on. We know this kit is superb, so that it'll all go well together. Same on this part. We have the cockpit and the sidewalls joining up with the rear bulkhead. And then we go into the... which part is this? That's the front of the bulkhead going in with polycaps so that things can be moved and changed. The rudder going together, bits of PE involved as well, all looking good there. Tail planes being put on, ailerons and so forth with the tip rear. It wants you to put the tail wheel in there, but in part 20, but we'll leave that until the end. Drilling out your holes if you want to put your bombs in. This one was a trainer and refresher, so I don't think we have the bombs. More holes being drilled. Your wheel wells being formed, which looks a bit fiddly, but believe me, it goes together like a dream. Your wing spar, your landing bit gear, then your wing spar, they're all going in. Then your plates on the top for attaching all the parts going into where the guns are rearmed. Say that again. Underneath, more paneling going in. You can leave these open. I mean, there are Edward sets available where you can make the guns up specifically to do this job. Then we've got the radiators underneath, open or closed. Then the clip wing parts going together. Obviously we paint these bits before they go in, then mask at the front with the green and yellow, green and red, and then when they're ready to put in. The wings, tips going on, radiators going in with the grills. Obviously they'll be painted again before they go in. Then we have the flap system, or the flaperons, ailerons, whatever you want to call them, going together, ready to fit on. The bombs being built if you want to use those. The rear flaps all going together again with PE. I presume that's PE. Looks like it. And so forth, both sides. The bomb going on, flaps going down. Then we come back to the main aircraft, or the main fuselage, putting the extra bits on, putting them all in, the front of the wings joining in. These look fiddly and look awkward, but I promise you they will fit like a glove. Then we come to the undercarriage, which is slightly different on this one. Again, we'll be fitting those and putting the PE in when it's needed. Same on the other side. Then the wheels going together. I believe there's rubber wheels in this. And we put a little bit of hosing on. We'll liven that up with some proper wire anyway. Then we start putting stuff in to hold the undercarriage in. Then we start on that beautiful engine. Now the engine is probably what I will start off with. Get that built, ready to go in, so that's available for when I need it. Parts, drills, holes need to be drilled and so on. Engine all going together looking lovely. Intercooler already. Making it all up. Then we've got the firewall, all the parts going on. These are differently coloured. What we'll do is spray them all in one hit and then detail it up afterwards. Then you've got the engine carrier brackets going on. Again, they're all XF, they call for XS71, but I should be using Alclad II's British grey green. Going through again, more pipe work going on for the oil pump, sitting everything in, more pipe work going in, and then mount the engine, and of course the spinner area. More for the underneath, the oil tank and so on, and the air filter going in with another bit of PE in there. Another bit of PE on the bottom of that as a skid plate. All the exhausts going in. They'll all be painted separately, again with Alclad paint. Now we have the engine going on, then you have the choice. You can leave the cowls off or put the magnets on them, so you can take it off and on as you wish. Excuse me, again something I probably will do. Then you've got the engine cowling underneath, all being put on, and it's all put on with all the little plastic rivets, so that's fine. That'll all fit on there nicely. Then we go on to, it says about the masks. Because these aren't die cut, I tend not to use them. I tend to use kabaki tape for that. Front canopy going on, rear canopy with the, what do you call it now? This is a sliding unit. It will slide even when built, so that's fantastic. We'll get that all set up. Spinner being built up and the prop all go together nicely there. Guns, deciding on what you want to do, the Hispanos. Spinner going on, spinner cowl going on. Then it's talking about stands, with or without stands. This won't be on a stand. I don't know, we'll see. If I do the pilot, it'll become as a landing system, but I want to show that beautiful engine off a little bit, so we'll decide. So then we've got the main gear. Come on, that's a little bit different. Again, it's showing you the main gear again. Presumably there's something different in this one that I don't know about. And we have a correction sheet telling you different colours to be used for the spinner and so forth. The list of unused parts on page 30 had several errors. Refer to the corrected list. Right, okay. So we can sort that out as we go. Then we got a list of all the metal parts, bits and pieces. We have a photo etch system here. 2 sets of photo etch by the looks of it, which is nice. And then the complete, this is the stencil guide for the complete model. We have more stencil guides for the actual underneath and top of the aircraft. This is a Fastberg Germany summer 1945 colouring. We have the Finningley one, which we probably will build on this one, TE203, and a little bit more information about what's going on. So that's lovely. We'll keep that together so that we know what's going on. Then we have a lovely colour call out, which is only for Worcester, Germany, summer 1945, dark ocean grey, your dark green with a medium sea grey underneath. Obviously we won't be doing this, so that'll probably go up on the wall at some point. So that can go out of the way. Decals. Now, Tamiya decals have known to be a little bit thick and can set down a little bit harsh sometimes. So we'll just have a quick look at these. Some nice ones for that. Let's have a look. I'll put them back when we're done. So you've got your sheet of masks for the canopy. Now these are not die cut, you have to cut them out yourselves. I just find it's easier to put it on the model and then cut around where we need to. And a couple of really nice stickers for your stand. Right, the decals themselves, looking at them, they're fairly thick. We've got some heavy duty carry film on those ones. I don't know if we'll be using those or not, but anyway, they look quite heavy and they're quite thick. But with some microset and sole, hopefully they'll go down nicely. And then we have the yellow band. We won't use that, we'll use a traditional Alclad yellow, training yellow, which that is. And we'll get that down. Some other little bits and pieces on there, all looking lovely. So 2 reasonably nice decal sheets. Right, and then we start straight into the plastic. So as it comes out of the box, okay, so the wing system. Now, if anybody's ever built a Tamiya 1/32 Spitfire, you'll know how good this looks. Everything to me is in scale. There are thousands of rivets which will come alive with a wash. Obviously using Alclad washers. It's all looking fantastic. Everything's there. You've got your wing spar on the end, on the insides. Hundreds of little tiny removal marks, punch marks, whatever you like to call them. But they're all out of the way and not one of them shows through, which is fantastic. For the size of this kit, you know, that you're going to need lots of pushing it out of the mould, and this is all done absolutely gorgeously. They are tight marks, so there's no problem there whatsoever. Only trouble, you have got a couple or three in the flap area, but they're not the easiest to get rid of, but we'll have to see how we go. So that's nice. We'll see how far we go on this one. Right, so I've just seen something in the box that I've never seen before, so I'll have to have a look, see what we come up with. Right, the next one, we've got all the tails, the flaps, the wing roots, but we won't need those, not the wing roots, the wing tips. We won't be using these, we'll be using, I think they're probably in clear plastic. But again, everything looks great, everything is sharp, there's no flash whatsoever on the whole sprue, as there wasn't on the last one. Personally, to me, this is the best, one of the best kits ever produced. Well, at least the original Spitfire is. Right, now we're going to get this one out. Now this has got something in it that I've never seen before. So I've built two of the Mark 9s, but this wasn't in the Mark 9 kit. So what we got here? Grease. That's a first. I've never seen that before. We've got a little tube of grease. Not sure what it's for, but I'm sure that will come apparent when we go through our instructions a bit clearer. Now we've got, presumably this is a separate sprue being cut off another one. We're going to drill out all these holes to make it look right, as it should be. That one we'll try, we'll see. Hopefully we'll be able to get those out. Again, everything, no flash, everything is done. Raised rivet details, absolutely sublime. Looking brilliant. And the fuselage sides, again, I'm not sure how well the camera will pick this up. I'll just bring you down a little bit and just see. I don't know if you'll see it in the light, if it picks it up anywhere. That is absolutely fantastic. Everything's there. Everything looks right in the right size. Obviously this is a different sprue again to the X19. The Mark 9. So it looks fantastic. Right, what we've got here. So I'm just bringing the sprues out as they come out in the box, so there's no rhyme or reason. We've got our, I'm not going to get these out, these are beautifully again moulded and tooled, as Tamiya always do. They are gorgeous on the radiator covers. That looks lovely. We have a two-piece prop, which is no problem. That will sandwich together with your extra thin in there. That will glue that together lovely. So that looks superb. No flash. The radiator grills are sharp on the detail. The nose looks lovely, and the detail again on that nose, if that will focus, is absolutely superb. Again with a wash, that's going to be multicoloured, which is going to make it look really nice, but with a wash it's really going to show up. I'm going to take you out a little bit, so give myself a bit more room. That's it. Put that to one side. Put that away for a moment. Parts of the engine. This is the big over the Revel kit. Although they don't do the 16, but the Mark 9 and the 22, which is my, I'm not going to say it's rubbish, because with a lot of work it can be made into a lovely kit. But the engine detail on this is absolutely gorgeous. The heads, the gearbox, everything looks amazing. Like I said, we'll build that up with some dry brushing, some washes onto that. That will look incredible when that is built. Alright, here are some more, just the smaller parts. So we've got the wheel, there's a twin part here, so we'll just put that one aside. We've got the wheel hubs, which again are sublimely moulded. The detail on, you don't need resin for this. It looks incredible. Really, really nicely done. This is an expensive kit, about £130, but you get what you pay for. So, this is the part of the engine cradle, or the externals of the engine. Very, very nicely moulded again. Very, very thin. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that back in the bag. That will be superb. We've got the wheel wells. Banging everything on the floor. So here we go. So you've got the wheel wells to be built up there. Loads of detail again, and it's lovely and sharp. And the insides are fantastic. The only thing is, you've got a slight punch mark deep in the wheel well. Don't think that will show on the actual build, but it's, perhaps I'm being a little bit picky because I can't find nothing wrong with the kit. But if that's all that's wrong with it, never mind. So again, the detail there is phenomenal. Then we go on to more work of the wheel wells. Now again, there are punch marks inside there, but with a little bit of filler, I guess they'll come out. We'll have to see. Then we got the wing top cowls and undercowls, a couple of them. Again, everything looking fantastic, and again the detail is superb. Looks really good. You've got the undercarriage legs, they're in halves because they've got metal rods going through them to strengthen them, which is again fabulous idea and way it's done. We've got here two sprues the same with multiple types of undercarriage covers. both the same, so put one across. More hubs, again totally perfect. Now we have got drilled out exhausts on this. I don't know how well the camera will pick it up, if it will. Just on these ends here, they are drilled out, which is a lovely touch. The insides of the, see, these have got punch marks there, but these covers cover that up, which means there's no problem. Then we've got one of the Hispanic guns, again a little bit drilled out, won't take much more just to drill those a little bit further. So that's done, that looks nice. Our little man, I shan't get him out. I've got one standing and one sitting. I don't often do little men, but I think I might do on this one. Pilots or what have you. Right, we've got some more parts of the engine. We've got the pipe work. Be a little bit careful opening these up. So far I've not found anything off sprue. Anyway, you've got the underneath of the air intake, again superbly moulded, lovely crisp moulding. The firewall, which is a piece of art in itself, to be honest. You've got the engine carrier sides looking fantastic, and then again the pipe work, and there is no burring on that pipe work, which I know it's 1/32, but that has been moulded so lovely. There's very, well, there might be a little bit on there, but I'm being picky. Absolutely gorgeous, that is. Really nice sprue again. Right, get rid of that. Alright, here we go again. So we've got the bottom of the cockpit, side walls of the cockpit, all the detail, the seat, everything's there and looking glorious. The rear of the seat, obviously some of this will be replaced with photo etch. Throttle quadrant and everything else, and it really does look nice. So we've got an open and a closed door, access door. Again, if these are used, I'll drill these out. I prefer to see them drilled, so we'll get them drilled out. I've only got a month to build this before Telford. What's the day? The 12th of October? 12th or 13th? 12th. So I've got just under a month to build this, but knowing the kit and knowing how well it goes together, it shouldn't be too bad. Right, and then we got some more grey sprue. Now, on this one we've got the intercooler, some of the workings underneath for the air intakes, and some smaller parts for the engine. Again, the quality of moulding on these is just off this planet. I know you, like I said, you pay a lot of money for the kit. It is £130, but for that quality it's worth every penny, and it builds into a lovely machine. Right, so I'm not going to get these out. Oh, hang on, this I will. Just seen something. Now, the clear on these is so clear, it's ridiculous. It's incredibly clear. So we've got the front part, and we've got the wingtip sections. Obviously, we'll, like I said, we'll paint these and then mask them up before we put them on.